Why do I still love videography even after burning out multiple times? Personally speaking, I think it's a super valid question. Like, why would someone love doing this if they burn out over and over and over again? And here are my reasons why I still love doing this even after burning out multiple times. Now, this first reason only pertains to me, as I love seeing a project from start to finish. I've worked multiple jobs in my life where when I worked at something, I didn't really see the final product until like months later. And that still drove me crazy because I liked seeing the step-by-step of where we started, where we're at, and the final product. Seeing the final product with a project that I took lead on or just a project that I worked on, it's super gratifying. When it comes to overall life experiences, I was once told that you need 3 hobbies. The first hobby has to make you money. The second hobby has to keep you in shape. And the third hobby has to keep you creative. Now, coincidentally, the hobby that makes me money is videography because I figured out how to monetize it. The second hobby that keeps me in shape is simply just going to the gym. I mean, not everything has to revolve around videography, but hitting the gym allows me to have endurance for those long projects and long events where I'm shooting for 10, 12 hours. But when it comes to the third hobby, the hobby that keeps you creative, videography really makes me creative because I have to jot down a ton of ideas. I have to write a ton of how I'm gonna execute those ideas. And I have to brainstorm on what visuals I'm gonna utilize to tell the story, which is why you're seeing a ton of B-roll while I'm shooting this, because B-roll is necessary. But I try to make this job as easy as possible, which is why I pre-shoot my B-roll every single time. I do a thing that not many people could do, and I'm proud of that, and that makes me feel special. So with that, I have to keep practicing to make sure that there's something unique about me that people want, so I can monetize it and keep doing it to keep me creative so I don't have to work another job. But that brings me to my next point. Doing videography for me isn't all about money, even though doing it makes me feel valued. Doing this makes me feel like I'm fulfilling some grand purpose in life. And I know it's super silly, I know it's super random, but like, it's true. What I do is special and I love doing it. Let's face it though, there is 100% a market for it. Like, me being a videographer does in fact pay the bills, but did it always pay the bills? No, not at all. And I had to really commit. Since I primarily do wedding videography, I tell all my couples that like, even if I got paid $5 billion tomorrow, I would 100% still do this because this is my passion. Yeah, it makes money, but I can't steer away from the fact that I do it for the love of the game, because honestly, money does get me through burnouts, and being creative gets me through burnouts, and seeing a project come full circle from starting to end does allow me to hurdle burnouts more. But that's just how I push through every single burnout. So this might have been a really short video, but that's how I push through burnouts. Whenever a burnout comes my way, I'm reminded that I get to do this. Not many people do, but I get to do this. And I worked hard to get here. And yeah, it's starting to pay the bills and it's awesome. But not everyone is as lucky as I. Anyways, I hope you learned something. Bye.